What up guys, it's Vico Kang here. In today's video, we're gonna cover how to set up the basic. And no, I'm not talking about logo, website, domain, all that stuff. We got another video for that. But the setup in this video is dominantly focused into like the basic setup to help you close more and enroll more clients for your business. So about the sales process when you're setting up environment, background, tracking, productivity for your sales performance. Right, end of the day, that is the one activity that's gonna make you the most money. So we're gonna help you run you through some software and some tool that I use to help me with that. Right. So the outline of this training is going to be helping you setting up the basic when it comes to sales environment and meeting environment, tracking tool, accountability tool, and productivity tool when it comes to closing more sales, closing more deal. And actually the client communication support, right? So this is going to be on the onboarding side. So it's interesting why this part of the sales, part of setting up the sales process, because when actually in the sales call, people want to know what kind of support you have for them. So you have to have that sort of figure out beforehand, and it doesn't have to be complex. You can use the same tool. For us, we use Zoom and group chat, Google Meet, and all that stuff all the time. So it is an overlapping tool that you don't have to think about extra, if that makes sense. So we're gonna start off with the meeting and the sales environment, right? So obviously, if you spoke with me before, we use Zoom. Like 99% of everyone else also use Zoom, and there's many other tools. But the goal here is that you want to meet people face to face, right? That is the goal of the sales call. You want to have that face to face interaction to actually increase the percentage, the likelihood of you closing the deal and the conversion rate. And the other goal a lot of people overlook is to reduce as much as friction as possible when you use the tool, right? So having Zoom, because a lot of people heard of it, they're familiar with it. Most of them have Zoom on their phone or iPad or computer, right? So they don't need to reinstall like a new software in there. We highly recommend that you follow this setting, and this is the setting that helped us personally, and it make a massive change, right? So normally what we want to do is remove any passcode. So you don't want to create friction where you require them to enter a passcode. You want to have a waiting room. This is just personal preference. If it works for you, do have a waiting room, and have one constant Zoom link, right? So don't have an forever changing Zoom link, right? A lot of people in the community, what I see is that they try to integrate Zoom with Google Calendar, and each time a meeting occur, it generate new unique meeting link. I think it's a waste of time and it's overcomplicating the setting up stuff. Just have one Zoom link, okay? And have auto recording on, right? And obviously we're gonna show, I'm gonna spend a bit of time showing you how to do that. Also have phantom note integration on. So if you've been on a Zoom call with me, it's always stay on. You set it up once, you don't even have to touch it. It will like follow you on every Zoom call. So it's really helpful. And best part is it's free. It gives you a summary at the end of the call and a call recording at the end of the call as well, right? And next thing, you want to shorten your Zoom link, right? So you want to make it clean, all right? This vicolize.com/Zoom. I'm going to show you how to do that as well through forwarding your domain. And most importantly, there's no need to upgrade, right? Zoom free plan is more than sufficient when you're just starting out, right? A lot of people have misconception about this, is that if you're on a free plan, you have limited time on a Zoom call. That's not true. You actually have unlimited time. It was if it was a 2-participant meeting, right? Meaning if there's less than 3 people. Sorry, if there's more than 3 people, then it's have a 40-minute time constraint there. But I actually use Zoom for like 2-3 years without upgrading. We're only upgrading for live streams and all that stuff. Yeah, it's very rare occasion that we have like more than 3 participants, more than 40 minutes, at least for our business anyway. So let's just show you how to set this up, right? So you want to head over to this link, right, and go to account management and account setting, right? So this is your Zoom setting. You have to log in. Under account management here, you go to account setting, and you can really just scroll, see all of the options, and this is my personal setting for my business. Again, right, the goal here isn't to teach you how to use Zoom, guys. The goal here is to make sure that you have a setting, right, in a way that it reduces friction for people to come on, right, and make it as professional as possible, like cleaning your Zoom link, right? So again, we have the waiting room turn off, right, so everyone can come in. We have meeting passcode turn off, right? We have personal ID, embedded, sorry, that's the wrong one. Yeah, require passcode, all of that stuff turn off. Anything to do with passcode turn off. And I embed passcode link with the invite. So what that means, guys, is that if you have a Zoom, right, let's just jump on the Zoom right now, right, and let's say you have a quick meeting link, right, you come in here, oh sorry, if you want to share a quick invite, sorry, if you want to share invite here, this link, right, this link that you copy already have the passcode pre-installed. I would highly recommend that you have that on. I'm gonna leave my Zoom up for now because we're gonna be using it in a few bit. And yeah, have this turn off. Anything that is too complicated, I have most of it turned off, right? And this is quite important as well, is that you want to see their face. So you want to start meeting off with participant video turn on, but your video turn off. The reason why I have this is that with Zoom, right, I normally have this thing setting up, and I just go in here and I go to actually show my own video, but it probably doesn't work right now because I'm using this camera for another software. I want to make sure that I look okay before I show my camera, right? See if if my background is messy, just so it doesn't caught me. Just because I don't have a waiting room, I normally have that setting just as a backup, right? And I normally just start a meeting with just click start video. So it's one extra step that I have to do, just so that I don't jump into the meeting because there's no meeting room and people can just see messy background and all that stuff. I just want to keep it as professional as possible, right? And yeah, look, and also allow participant to join before host. Really just really basic thing, right? I obviously don't need to go through all of that, but as long as you guys understand that the goal of this is to have a setting that allow people to join your Zoom as frictionless as possible, right? And if you want to know, right, phantom note taking, it's just a black participant run in the background, and yeah, it's never say anything. It's just an AI. It just act as a participant, and at the end of the call, you have call summary, call recording, and transcripts and all that stuff. Is really really handy, and best part is it's free. And I leave a link here. Obviously, none of these are affiliate link, guys. And then you can forward your domain. Let me just try to show you how to do that. So first of all, we use GoHighLevel to help us do that. And yeah, first of all, for this to work, you need to connect your domain into your GoHighLevel, ready to go, right? And it's probably mainly not for this purpose, probably for your funnel, your website. And this video is not a tutorial how to do that. It's to help you clean up your Zoom link, right? So once you have your domain ready, just come to setting and go to domain, right? And if you're new here, GoHighLevel can do so much more than that. And check out the link somewhere around this page or this video to get yourself a 30-day free trial. But remember, we're talking about the invite link with passcode embedded. So you want to go to participant, right, on Zoom, and click invite and click copy invitation link. Remember, in the setting we have the passcode embed on, so that's very important that you get that right? So again, I want to show you, I think up here somewhere, right, you have this option called embed. Right, there's here embed passcode in invitation link for one-click join. That's again, that is the king of friction removal. Everyone should have that. Okay, that is the link that you want to use. Okay, and then you go to URL redirect. Again, this is in setting, by the way. URL redirect, and you click redirect, and you want to pick your domain, Vocalize. Obviously, I have Vocalize/Zoom already, so I can't really show you that. But if we could do like /Apple, right? And the link is that Zoom link, right? And yeah, it's a URL redirect, and then you add. Oops. Just paste it again. Redirect, right? So that means if you could you could put that into a text message, email, or whatever, it looks super clean. So if someone write vocalize.com/Apple, they will go into my Zoom link and make it look professional, effortless, right? And the reason why I want to spend time showing you this, because I've been on a lot of meeting with other guy, like some people who doing a lot of money, right? They still don't have to set up, but you know, it's probably for different reason. I mean, like people can come in here straight to your Zoom even without you doing like without any waiting room. So it's very effortless. But if you want some waiting room, just turn on the waiting room feature, right? But that's pretty much how to do it using HighLevel. You don't have to use any external extra software, right? Quickly, guys, I want to add Google Calendar into our bucket list. Now, I didn't include it at first just because I think everyone uses Google Calendar and everyone probably know how to use it. But I do have a few tricks that I want to show you guys in terms of how to use Google Calendar effectively to book meeting and schedule meeting. Now, we do have GoHighLevel Calendar, which we eventually going to be setting up, and it's going to work way better than Google Calendar, and it's actually integrate with each other. But when you're just starting out, right, and you want to land your first few clients, you don't want to get held up with the technical setup, because Google GoHighLevel Calendar can get quite technical to set up, and especially with A2P and SMS and all that stuff, it can get a little bit technical. So we want to get you set up with the basics tool to land client first, and then worry about setting up GoHighLevel Calendar after. So that's the reason why we include Google Calendar into this basic tool setup list in terms of helping you close your very first few deals. So just two key points here that I use personally. You have to block your personal and your break time, and ID your open slot, identify your open slot, right? So this is what I do personally. You know, I have my morning routine, afternoon reflection, and I have my workout, and then I have my wind down and my sleep. You want to add that so that people doesn't book appointment into those slots, and you want to respect your slot. But honestly, if you're just starting out, you want to have as many white space as possible, because you want all of the opportunity that you get. And I mean, this is my real-time calendar. You definitely don't want to copy that when you actually just starting out. When I was starting out, man, I would jump on a call at 1 a.m. if I have to, right? So the other thing is, if you want to have a call with somebody, just make sure that, you know, I just normally leave it very simple. Vico, you know, times Sam, and I add, you know, his email in there, Vico, contact at Vocalize, add the other candidate email, and the location is the link of the Zoom that we make up, right? Remember the clean link that we make up onto the Zoom section, and then, you know, I normally leave it blank if you want to include description here. But what I find really, really helpful is that I want to actually, I think, go to more option here. Hang on 1 second. There you go. So you pretty much like just go back here. You just go to more option, and then you want to add notification. Right? I normally add 3, and I would add like 1 day before, right? 1 day before, and then I would do like 3 hours before, right? And then 10 minutes before. Now this is very easy to set up. That doesn't require GoHighLevel workflow, GoHighLevel SMS function, all that stuff. It's really easy, and then you go ahead and save it. Now what Google Calendar would do, it will send notification. Sorry, it can even send email. You can actually change this into email instead of, right, notification. Right, you can. What Google gonna do is it's gonna send email and notification for you for free to remind people to show up, right? So it's like the best free tool that you should be using. initially we're gonna upgrade that again to GoHighLevel. But like this is the best free tool that you can use, and we should add that into our toolkit and our arsenal, right? Anyway, getting back to the video. Moving on, the actual meeting itself, right? So always show your video. Obviously, just have that setting turned off so you can actually manually show your video when you're ready. Always look clean and sharp. And keep your hand in the frame. Like, you know, there's a book called Influence saying, I heard it somewhere where like if someone see your hand, they trust you a lot more, right? So have a camera position. I mean, right now I'm recording. You can see me in a very small frame, but like in a Zoom meeting, my camera is really big, right? Like you can see a lot more, and you definitely can see my hand, right? And always ask the prospect to show the video to so we can notice and spot a visual cue in a sales call, like eye contact, frowning, and body language, right? You want to read into that during a sales call. Very important as well. So you can say like, "Hey, John, would love to see what you look like in person." Haha, right? Just really break the ice there. So the next thing is the environment, right? So I always opt in for a real background, but yeah, if you can't make that, just have a virtual background. But a real background always like preferable than a virtual background, even with a white wall or curtain. Like right now, like you see, I just have a curtain in the background. It's not that bad. Better than virtual background. Again, like our goal here is to perceive trust, to increase trust, right? So if someone like have a virtual background, you always question like, does this guy actually like in the middle of nowhere? Like, does he even have an office? You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, just like a real background like does increase that trust level. But again, like these are like really nuanced, guys, but these are like it's probably equate to like 1% or 2% in the actual decision making equation. But again, like you want to optimize for success. You want to be, and all of this you have to do it once and you don't have to do it again. So it's really high leverage as well in terms of activity output, right? And this is what we have set up. Obviously, like there's many ways skin a cat. You can do worse, you can do less, and you can do more than this. But our lighting make a huge difference in video chat. So how to do that is actually no one teach me this. I have to like figure it out myself. You gotta turn all the light off. That means window, light source, window, curtain, and also light, actual light as well, like light from the top. And you want to put LED or RGB light in the background, right? So these are, you know, the RGB. This is the LED. This is just regular lamp. This is what I have. You know, and you know, have 1 or 2 ring light in the front to actually show. So search how to set up my home office in YouTube, and search if you want to buy it, LED strips, LED lamp, and LED light. If you want to buy on Amazon or eBay or whatnot, you can see here. This is, you know, using myself as a guinea pig here. Huge difference, like huge difference, right? You know, at least for me, you know, it will increase the perceived trust again, making you appear more professional. Again, like you don't have to go this extreme, and this is just for me because I shoot YouTube video, but this is the structure for you guys as well. Just have the camera here, have the ring light, and have the RGB here, right? Moving on, the device, right? Very important. Now this is actually the important one, right? You should take note of this, is that if you have a laptop, if you're a digital nomad and you travel a lot, like someone like myself, chances are you're gonna have a laptop, right? You're not gonna have a PC or like a standing computer. The camera and the mic on any laptop are horrible. Please don't use it. You have to buy an external source, right? The camera you're looking at me right now is not my laptop camera, right? So we use Logitech 4K camera, Blue Yeti microphone, right? Just really the usual. Like it's very famous for these two are like famous for PC. So if you could try to use a standing desk in a sales call, like standing desk, like it help with your posture, your physiology, and like, you know, your confidence as well, right? Right, moving on to the next thing, which is the tracking and productivity. Like that is probably, once you get like the basic software set up, this is like accountability wise, right? This is what in the background, this is what keep you going, this is what people don't see, right? So we're gonna start off with like the small progress, the daily progress, the grind, right? I recommend this tool, right? I mean, you can use pen and paper for sure, but this tool allow you to you know, put in stuff in, you know, you can like, I mean, like the screenshot sort of explain itself, right? You can, it's really easy to use. You can have like phone call, pick up, not answer, answer, book call, close deal, and you can tally yourself. And it's actually, if you paid for the pro plan, it's actually make a calculation for you based on your conversion rate, you know, your pickup rate, your answering rate, your booking rate, and all that stuff. So really just have that consistency in place, guys. Like, I mean, I actually never teach this guy in particular this app. He just showed a group that, and I was like, what app are you using? He said, use this app. I myself use pen and paper. I just do like 1, 2, 3, 4 cross, and then it's like, you know, the tally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The weekly and monthly progress, you know, we are giving you this sheet. I'm going to spend some time explaining to you how this works, right? So initially on the sheet, it's a tracking sheet and accountability sheet, right? In the sheet, you have a 30-day roadmap, right? Because again, right, you want to have your first win in 30 days, either your first lead, your first appointment, your first sales, hopefully, and like your first client and like your first big client, right? You feel free to like map this out. Like initially, like how much time do you want to spend setting up high level? How much time do you want to spend crafting your lead magnet, your offer, and your sales script? Obviously, the more time you spend, the longer it takes for you to actually get the actual client. And let me tell you this, right? All of this sitting around, crafting and planning is really like, it's necessary, but it's like 20% of the stuff you should be doing. You should be doing 80% of the actual action and the actual work, right? So feel free, like this is just a template. Feel free to put your own roadmap and keep yourself accountable, and you can go progress behind or ahead, right? But I would recommend that you spend no more than 2 or 3 days setting up GoHighLevel, and actually spend the next 2 or 3 days crafting your course and your scripts. Sorry, not your course, your lead magnet, your core offer, and your scripts, and your sales scripts and all that stuff, right? Again, we're gonna have all of the template for you. All you have to do is just change a few words and make it yours, right? Make it personalized and make it yours. So you don't have to like do a lot of work. That's why you should spend majority of the first 30 days out there prospecting, and you're gonna learn from that as well. Not just doing, you're gonna learn like more from doing. Okay, so this is how it works, right? We're gonna go into like detail on how to use that in the lead generation lesson, because like that is really important to actually know your number. Again, we'll go through all of that in the lead generation, but just want to show you this is an overview. So first you need to know your number, right? You can work backward. If you want 10 clients, you want to know what number it takes in terms of how much effort it takes, and then you want to actually do the effort by tracking day by day in March, in January, and all that stuff, and then it will show up. It will just show up totally this month in January. You actually did 30. So that's if you wanted 10 clients, that would have been short by a lot, right? So yeah, we're actually gonna help you craft all of that together. But again, this is just an overview video. Make sure you click this link and go to file and make a copy, right? Go to file, make a copy, then you can get yourself this worksheet. Now the second thing is the overview accountability, the long-term accountability and the long-term tracking, right? We like a lot of people use Notion or whatever for this. I like to go old school and use pen and paper, and this is helped me a lot. Like this product called Migo helped me a lot, and I have used it for 4 years, and it's honestly, if I were to say like the one thing that helped me grow to where I am right now, like making 6-figure, being healthy, and all of that stuff, is contribute to this diary, right? It's really helped me, you know, paint a lot of clarity in my life. So go check it out, and it's not an affiliate link or anything like that. Yeah, and what I do want to show you is that you have to buy the gold digger, right? It's around like 700, like, you know, like I think it's around $20-30 USD. It's like nothing. I want to show you how I actually use it, okay? Because it's the method on how you use the tool that make the tool so good. So it's not so much of buying, it's not so much of recommending you this book and not having you not knowing like how to use it, right? So it have many features, but dominantly I only using like a couple of features in this diary, right? So, and what I like about this is that on the first page, right, it have this inspiration quote, and you have to pretty much like write your name in there and sign it with a date, right? So that was really inspiring, because whatever that you wrote on this book and the goal that you put on this book, you will be 100% fully commit to it, right? So so go ahead and do that once you get the book, right? And this is like what really helpful for me is that you actually can, I normally draw a line in here, set your monthly goal, right? Sorry. You actually can set your monthly goal, right? You can see that. This is what I actually do like in real life, right? So and your monthly, like, actually your long-term goal should be break into like 3 pillars. That's just easy. Like 3 is a sweet number. I normally put personal, all right, and then I put you know, I put my affiliate business, and I put my my agency business, right? And then I would have 3 focus, and I say my personal, I'm gonna focus on my diet, right? And these are some of the checklists that you're gonna do, right? So you're gonna be looking for a trainer and all that stuff, right? And obviously, like, you can see everything, like, you get good over time. I have a book like this 4 years ago, and I open it and I look at the stuff that I planned like 4 years ago. Was like, some of it doesn't even make sense. Like, goal setting is a skill set. The better you get, like, the more successful you get. Like, it's like one of this skill set that no one talk about, right? And you have your morning ritual here. You know, I normally put like cold shower, right, and all that stuff. And the best part about this is that you can tick it off. Like, this giving you a lot of dopamine, guys. Like, just go into that circle and really highlight that circle and tick it off, right? Cold shower, and, you know, all of this stuff, you could just put it in there, and then you have evening ritual, right? And what I recommend, right, I was like helping you skip the learning curve, is that the focus, right, have to drive the main goal of this pillar, right? And the stuff that you put on here should be like quite a fair big, like, it's sort of like, it have to be quite big or medium. It, like, what that means is it should take you like a week or whatnot to actually do, because this is like a monthly goal, right? And what we have next is the sorry, let's just zoom in. What we have next is the weekly, right? No, now this is the grind, right? This is what I'm obviously using every day right now, you know, and this is in the week. So once you have like your monthly goal, sometimes in the week I get demotivated just like everyone else, and I just get lost. I'm like, what should I do today? I always go back to my monthly goal, and I can see, all right, this is the goal I set out for myself in the month, right? And in the weeks, you want to look at your monthly goal and you want to break it down to smaller steps, right? And in the week, you can separate it to 3 goals. You have goal 1, goal 2, and goal 3. You can see here, right? And you have 3 things that you have to write to be grateful for, right? Yeah, so you're gonna write, I'm grateful for having, right, for being able to walk, because I have an accident and I couldn't walk for like 2 months. Right, so right now walking is not a normal thing, something that I'm grateful for, right? And then just your sister, your brother, your family. It's really just individual here. But what I like to do, most importantly, is to put one thing in this week focus. So this week focus for me is making the course, which is making the content, right? And how do I want to feel? Like, I want to feel grounded and not like nervous and all that around, right? And you want to put your habit here. All right, again, like this is the habit that we established in the month, right? So we're gonna put cold shower, and we're gonna put using phone less than 3 hour, and then you can check your screen time, and then you can already check that box whether you do it or not. And then you can see trends and pattern if you do more stuff on Friday and why that. It's really helpful, and this place is just helping you getting idea, like really just a mini mind map here that you can draw around. And what I like to do is that there's to-do list here, right? Sorry. What I like to do, there's to-do list here, right? And I'm gonna put, like, based on this 3 goal that I have, I'm gonna break everything down here, right? I'm gonna put all to-do list here. Let's say I have making the course, right? I'm gonna like set up my camera, right? Set up my camera, set up lighting, test the software that record this video, and that's actually what I'm doing, right? And then you want to have all of this action and squeeze it into whatever day that you want. I actually squeeze it right now. I squeeze it on Thursday, right? Because it's Thursday right now of this time of recording. I just have all of that into like one day, so I know exactly when to do it. And then when I do it, what I like, you know, I have a picture on this docs, is that, you know, I like to cross it up. It gives me a lot of dopamine. What most important about this, what I really like, is that you can hit 3 wins, right? So what are you set out to do, and what is the outcome, right? And what is the win? So let's say I close like 1 client today, and then, you know, I actually finish recording 3 video, right? Finish 3 video, right? So yeah, hopefully that makes sense, and that how it helped me personally by keeping myself accountable and showing me what to be grateful for, help me with my habit, and actually like help me to appreciate life a lot more. And you can also rate your week, right, from 1 to 10. I normally give it like, you know, 8. Some weeks I just go below 5. It is very normal. So really just be honest with yourself here, and it's a tool to keep you accountable. And at the end of the month, right, at the end of the month, you can review. It's gonna ask you here 3 things to I have accomplished this month. So like really just like list your win here. So I have like finished my entire course, right? Finish my entire course. Hire a new mentor, right? And then what do I feel like for my goal, right? Obviously get the book, and I mean like the goal of this spending like, you know, extra 6-7 minutes showing you guys this is that like helping you like understanding why this is so good and why it helped me. And look, it's like we don't even get affiliate, they don't have any affiliate program, but and then you can also using this as well like as a mind map, right? I normally like to sketch like the workflow on how to execute this month, but this is only the 4 page, but they have so much stuff if you have a look at their website. But this is how I typically use the book for myself, and I can say it to you honestly, it's one of the item and one of the tool that really helped me to get where I am right now. I don't know where I am right now without this book, and it's really massively helped me seeing the month, the week, and the day, right? Now moving on, and the next thing we want to cover is how to set up client communication and client support, because when you actually sell them into your services, you need to have a way of communicating, right? And this is what I learned. There's 2 ways to client support, okay? Number 1 is expensive, right? A one-on-one help, right? And when you're just starting out, you want to leverage that in your sales call, right? So in terms of time resource, however, it's good to leverage that during your sales call when you're just starting out. So this is what you can say. Unlike those big company, we give you one-on-one attention to our client, and like that's super true. Like an agency like Gary Vee, they can't give a one-on-one personal help, right? Gary Vee not going to talk to them one-on-one. The best that they can do is offering an account manager, but that's still like really like hard for one-on-one, right? For like really big agency. So one-on-one can come in a form of different medium like email, one-on-one Zoom call, or private chat. Obviously, a lot of them weight differently. Email, it doesn't weigh as heavy as one-on-one Zoom call. And then they have one-to-many, right? One-to-many is more scalable when it comes to client support. It will be your role to balance scalability and quality when it comes to like, attention and help with your client. So one-to-many is like group call and group support. What group support is just like, it's a group chat, right? So the application we use, and this is what we learn, an expensive lesson, right, is that please always use an app that is on platform. So app that people are already using, right? Facebook and WhatsApp. Off-platform apps like Discord and Voxer and Slack, like those are an extra app that people don't use every day, so they have to download it, So like if you want to have more of a like client engagement, right, use basic stuff like Facebook and WhatsApp. As business owner, they will not prefer to download an like off-platform app, right? This is like especially in real estate agent. But if you're in coaching, like our coaching students, fine with Slack, right? We've been using Slack with them. But like for business owner, like hair salon, like real estate agent, good luck, right? Good luck try to get them to use off-platform, right? So that's just my take on it. Obviously, I could be wrong. Google Calendar is what we use for group coaching. How to do that is you just have to put it into like setting. Let me just show you again how to actually do that. So I'm on my Google Calendar right now. I just click on this plus icon. Hang on, there's a plus icon here. Plus icon, create new calendar, right? I'm gonna say my coaching calendar, right? And then you want to put what time zone it's based on, right? And you create that calendar. And the next thing that you want to do, hang on, let's just find that. So you're gonna find my coaching calendar. You want to actually show this only, display this only. And what you want to do is that you want to have your group support or whatever you're teaching as an event, because like this is like the free tool that no one use, I feel like, because they have to subscribe to like school or whatever it is, but you can use it for absolutely free and it's very work effectively. Let's say weekly session on GHL, right? And you put it into your local time zone, right? This is like 11 a.m. my time, but if the client opened this, they would see on their time zone. That would be 9 p.m. or whatever time zone that they at. So it's very effective. So you want to go to the calendar, right? You want to go to the calendar and go to setting, right? And go to, I believe here, make it public, right? And then you want to just see the detail. You don't want your client to actually fix around with that, right? See all event detail and get a shareable link. And that's the link that you have. Again, you can clean it up again. You can clean this link up like your Zoom link and put it into your email. What they have to do, guys, is they have to click it and click import, right? And then they would get that calendar on their, my mouse is absolutely, sorry. So when they click import, they will have like, they would be able to see this in their Google Calendar, and then they just have to click tick, and then they can see that alongside with everything else, right? So it's really simple to set up, and I feel like not a lot of people are using it, but it's really simple, and its best part is Google Calendar is free, as you probably know. So the private call calendar, what we used to do is that we just use basic Google Calendar, right? Basic GoHighLevel calendar. And if you want to know what it looked like, is that it's going to look like this. If they need any extra one-on-one help, they can book a call with you. We have it set up like this. It's really simple. If you go to GoHighLevel calendar and set it up, you first need to create a group calendar, I believe. Let me just pause. So this is GoHighLevel, and it's really easy to create group calendar. But I want to make this clear. If you're just starting out, it's probably just going to be used. So like this group calendar setting is probably not going to be relevant. So obviously, for that to work, just want to show you how it works. You have to create a group, right? And just name it, give it the description, right? Once that's done, it is just a regular calendar added to the group. It is just that, right? So and if you want to make a regular calendar, just create one. And what we normally do is this is, again, it's optional. We have class booking for our support, because we allow 5 students in one slot. But if you really want to dial in that one-on-one support, you can put simple calendar, right? And simple calendar is what it is. It's just a one-on-one chat. We have class booking if you want to do a hybrid, one-on-one / group, right? Because sometimes you're not going to get booked out for 5, right? Sometimes one person book in one spot. But we do class, it's like a hybrid one-on-one support help. Hybrid one-on-one support / group help. So class booking have worked for us really well. I recommend setting up that one. And once you set it up, you just have to create a group and add them to the group. So let's just do that quickly. We're gonna go test, and give it a testing, right? And then someone take that one. I bet they probably take test one also. All right, so now that you have a group, you can locate, you can see that here, right? You can see that test here. And if you have Vico calendar, you can add that to the group, right? Move to the group, and that's test group that we just create, right? Legacy link would stop working and all that stuff, right? So yeah, you have to take that. So after that, you can see one link, and that link have many people calendar. That's given that you have a Facebook account meeting, or a sales success meeting, client satisfaction meeting, all that stuff. You have different people and different thing. Group calendar is a good way to do it, right? And this also work on a sales call, right? Let's say if you're targeting the US and the UK and Australia with different time zone, you would have 3 rep, right? 1 rep for the UK, 1 rep for the US, and 1 rep for the Australia. You would just, instead of putting instead of putting their name like John's and Tony and all that stuff, right? You can just put UK time, AU time, and then all that stuff, and then people could just book. Right? The group calendar is really effective. But again, I want to make this video sort of for everyone, but chances are if you're just starting out, none of that are really that relevant. So yeah, let's just go back to the basic and get the basic done, right? So if you have a course, we recommend use GoHighLevel membership to host your course, so that you don't have to pay any extra fee like Kajabi and all that stuff. And all of that link, right, the Zoom link, the calendar link, all that stuff, you just have to put them into your welcome email. And that welcome email, right, should contain all link, right? And what we do is that we'll just put everything, this is us personally, we put everything to an onboarding funnel. Instead of having all of the link in the welcome email, we just have one link, and that one link just go to our onboarding funnel, and it look like this. It's really amazing. It's instead of sending them the onboarding form link, we just have it in the funnel. Again, with just one link, then they click to the next step with the onboarding form, and then they can add the calendar on, right? So this is it. It's a little bit of a long video because there's a fair bit of tech setup that I have to show you guys. Hopefully you guys like it. Make sure that you comment and give me some feedback, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, if you enjoy watching the video, make sure that you also checking out this content right there.